Hello, my name is Constance Victoria Briggs. I would like to read today from my book an excerpt from the Encyclopedia of Moon Mysteries, Secrets, Conspiracy Theories, Anomalies, Extraterrestrials, and more. The section that I'm going to read from is titled Apollo 11. Apollo 11. The historic Apollo program mission that placed men on the moon. Apollo 11 launched on July 16, 1969. The astronauts were charged with exploring the moon and gathering samples for scientific study. Their destination was the Sea of Tranquility. The crew consisted of Commander Neil Armstrong, Command Module Pilot Michael Collins, and Lunar Module Pilot Buzz Aldrin. It was hoped that if Apollo 11 was successful, there would be more missions of its kind in the future, with the possibility of a lunar colony one day being placed there. Armstrong and Aldrin spent 11 hours on the lunar surface. There are mysterious and sometimes frightening tales surrounding the alleged experiences of the Apollo 11 astronauts. Some have nearly become legend among researchers and conspiracy theorists. On their journey to the moon, the crew encountered a UFO that was trailing them. In his first autobiography titled Return to Earth, Aldrin wrote about a time he was in the Columbia, looking out into space, when he noticed a strange light outside the craft. In his book, he described it as being brighter than any star, and said that it looked like an illuminated letter L. The brilliant light was following the Columbia. The astronauts contacted Mission Control, but out of caution did not tell the ground personnel that they were being followed by a UFO. Instead, they inquired as to the whereabouts of the Saturn V launch rocket. They were informed that the Saturn V was around 6,000 miles away from their position. Researchers speculate that what the astronauts saw that day was a part of the Saturn V or some other piece of equipment. Others maintain that it was quite possibly an extraterrestrial spacecraft. In another tale, Armstrong and Aldrin purportedly conveyed a message to Mission Control in code that there were extraterrestrial spaceships parked on the rim of a crater and that they were being watched by whoever or whatever were in the ships. According to the story, when reporting their discovery to Mission Control, there was a 2-minute radio silence so that the public would not hear the message. The extraterrestrial ships are said to have left shortly after the astronauts stepped onto the lunar surface. In his book, Our Cosmic Ancestors, former NASA communications engineer Maurice Chatelain writes, "Moments before Armstrong stepped down the ladder to set foot on the moon, 2 UFOs hovered overhead." In his book, Visitors from Other Worlds, author and researcher Brad Steiger writes about Dr. Sergei Bosik, who witnessed the Russians observing the Apollo 11 moon landing. Steiger writes, in his Bosik's opinion, the 2 UFOs appeared ready to assist the U.S. astronauts in case anything should go wrong with the landing. Once the module appeared to be securely settled on the lunar surface, the alien spacecraft flew away. There is a tale that has circulated for years, stating that when one of the astronauts opened the door of the lunar module, he immediately saw an extraterrestrial. The being is said to have had an ethereal appearance. Additionally, as the astronauts walked on the moon, it is said that there was an unexplained bright light emanating from a nearby crater. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to the Encyclopedia of Moon Mysteries. Stay safe out there.